If I can just get a quick audio and video check from you, let me know that you can see my screen and we're coming through loud and clear, that you can see me and hear me. Just before we move on, thank you, Shell, I appreciate that. And Joe, thank you. All right, guys, well, welcome to the webinar. My name is John Skelton. I'm with apexinvesting.com, and the webinar today is brought to you and hosted by Nadex, so we appreciate them having us on here. And we're going to do a little something different today. We're not going to necessarily dive into, deep, in-depth strategies of binaries and spreads and strangles and, different strategies. We're going to talk a little more about something that I know has been a big struggle for a lot of traders I talk to, of how to transition from trading in a demo account to moving over to live money. And that can be, a big hurdle for some people. And we just want to kind of talk about that a little bit, about how to make that transition. What are some things to make sure of, how to prepare yourself, mentally and psychologically, as well as what to do with your strategy and system, because, it's a very important key. I've dealt with literally thousands of traders over the years. And I've even dealt with this myself, in the past, especially when I was a new trader of, hey, I'm trading in demo and everything's going good, and as soon as I move over to live, it doesn't work. Okay, so, something's wrong. It's not working the same. And I want to address that and some possible reasons of why that is and how you can be prepared for that hurdle and not have to deal with that yourself potentially. So let's go ahead and knock out our disclosures. As usual, trading futures, options, or any financial instrument involves risk, may not be suitable for every investor. And guys, any examples you ever see me show you on the Nadex platform as far as, entering or exiting order, that's in no way, a trade recommendation or trading advice or anything like that. It's just simply me wanting to visually, help you visualize what it is I'm trying to teach you that day, okay? And, again, past performance, not indicative of future results, and everything in these webinars for informational and educational purposes only. So speaking of Nadex, if you are brand new to Nadex, hop on over to nadex.com, and you can get some great information here about who Nadex is and what they offer. Basically, Nadex offers two different products. They offer binary options and spread options. You can get some great information right here on these two tabs about those. You can hop over here to the Learning Center. All kind of good trade examples and videos, webinars in here. If you click right here on webinars, you'll be able to see the upcoming webinars and get signed up and registered for those, and then get reminder emails. If any of you are brand new and you've missed out on some of our past webinars, you can just go right here to, so right here you've got two different options: upcoming webinars to get registered for, or on demand. And this is where the past webinars are. Or for example, today's webinar is being recorded. Where will the recording be? Well, if you click on demand and you come under presenters, find me right here, John Skelton with Apex. And here you've got all the recordings of some past webinars, everything from the basics of what is a binary and spread to how to use the strike ladder, how to trade different strategies and systems. All kind of good information here for you that you can check out. So what we're kind of talking about today, if you go right here under trading platforms, you can go directly to the online platform. You've got some mobile options, but right here, demo trading platform. If anybody on this webinar does not have a demo account with Nadex, you definitely need to get one, and get one right now while we're on this webinar. It'll take you just a quick minute to sign up for it. It's absolutely free. Nadex will give you a free $25,000 demo account. All right, you just got to fill out some quick info. And open your account, okay? And it's a great place to, be able to log in, get familiar with the Nadex platform and how it works, how to navigate it, how to, locate the contracts that you're looking for, entering and exiting orders, and so on, okay? So, a lot of people have a demo account. And they play around in demo, and they mess with demo, and then they switch over to live. And sometimes that is not the, they're not ready for that. Okay. But we want to talk a little bit about that today, about how to do that, all right? But again, the Nadex demo platform is a great place to, practice strategies and systems, master things in demo, and so on, okay? And we're going to talk a little bit about that. So give me just 1 second here. My computer's locking up on me. Let's see here. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Okay, so anyway, that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today. And, some of you might have had that situation before and dealt with that as well. So just real quick, I got to give Nadex a lot of props. They do a lot for their members. They've got a lot of free education, a lot of free information, the free tools, and the demo account. And what they have us for here, doing these webinars is just to help you as a new trader with Nadex, understand who and what is Nadex, how are some ways you can trade them, how can you incorporate the Nadex products into your trading, and that's what we're here for. Apex, we're one of the approved Nadex education partners. We're an online education company. We've got over 20,000 members. We have strategies and systems and software and live trade rooms. A lot of our systems focus on risk management and probability. That's why we love the capped risk products of Nadex. But we're traders just like you. And, that's what some of these webinars are for, is to kind of share with you some of the ways that we trade the Nadex products, share with you, a little bit of our journey of trading Nadex, some of the top mistakes we've seen in the past of Nadex traders to help you avoid those. And that's what we're here for. And I've been with Apex now for about 5 years as head of operations. I've got a background in banking and as a licensed stockbroker. But I'm a trader just like you. I literally trade Nadex binaries and spreads every day on a daily basis, myself and in our rooms and so on. So, okay, so today's subject, how to transition from demo to live trading with Nadex. We'll talk a little bit about having confidence in your system, mastering your system, some top mistakes to avoid. And we're going to talk a lot about, having some mental preparation. Let's first of all talk about some top mistakes that are not just, about Nadex traders, but also about trading in general. And especially if you're just starting off, you're not really trading a whole lot live, you're practicing in this demo or a sim account. And the next thing you know, you realize that you've been practicing for like 2 years, right? And I've talked to so many people that they try to find that one system, that one trade strategy that wins 100% of the time, right? Like they're looking for that holy grail. Like I want to trade live someday, but I'm playing with this, and then I try another system, and then I add an indicator on, and then next thing you know, I got 10 indicators on. The next thing you know, I've got 10 different charts on one instrument. I'm trying to find like this holy grail thing that will always beat the market. I'm special. I'm a genius. I'm going to be a trading god. I know better than anyone else. I know better than the markets. I can figure out how to beat the markets 100% of the time. Okay? And let me tell you right now, that's not going to happen. It will never happen. A holy grail 100% system does not exist. Not anywhere, not even with us, not even at Apex. We have some great systems, but there's no such thing as a holy grail system that will always win. And if you're going to just spend, weeks, months, and years of your life in a demo account trying to figure it out, you'll spend literally your entire life doing that, okay? And what you have to do is understand that you have to find a good system, that has a good, percentage of probability, a good success rate, and not just a good success rate, but also a good risk-to-reward ratio, okay? And you have to understand, is that a trending system? Does it only work in trending environments, or does it also work in range-bound or choppy markets? All right, you have to understand that. You have to read the market conditions, all right? You may have a great system that works in a trending market, but it's not going to work in a range-bound or choppy market. But if you don't know how to tell the difference, then that system is not going to well for you on choppy days, right? And I always tell people, hey, learn one system first. If you want to start with a trending system, no problem. But learn that system, master it in demo, make all your mistakes in demo, become profitable in demo, then move over to live. And then once you've, consistently got that profitable and mastered in live, then if you want to add on, to learn a, a range bound or a choppy system, then you start practicing that in demo and go through the same process of working out all the kinks and mastering it and then move over to live. Don't jump in. Something we say a lot at Apex is, you don't have to know everything in order to do anything. Meaning, a lot of new traders say, I want to learn everything there is out there about trading. I want to learn 10 different systems. Well, you'll never trade, because you're everywhere. You're trying to learn too many things at once. And, like you've heard the old saying of be a jack of all trades or an ace of one, And when it comes to trading and it comes to live money, don't try to be okay or have an okay grasp of 10 different systems. Try to be a master of just a couple. Master a range bound system. Master a trending system. Master a chop system, okay? And then learn, you see on the screen here, it says understanding the ABCs but not the 1, 2, 3s. Looking for just the rules, but not actually learning to trade. Maybe you have a system, and maybe you've done a great job at watching training videos on a system. And hey, I can quote it to you in my sleep, the rules of this system. There's 5 rules. If the bar closes up, and if this indicator turns green, and if this indicator crosses this one, and if this other indicator does something, then I enter the trade. I know my rules backwards and forwards. I understand, the 1, 2, 3s, rule 1, rule 2, rule 3, I've got that. But you don't understand the ABCs, right? You don't understand the other side of it, okay? Meaning, hey, I understand the rules, but why does that work? Or why are the rules there? Why am I entering when this indicator does this, or when, the market's at a support and resistance level? Why do I do it? Why is that strategy or system in place? Why is there an expectation that the market will go that direction? So having an understanding, yes, you want to master your system, but you also want to be able to kind of look outside of the box to understand, the what's and whys behind the system and understand how the market works. Because if you master a trend system and you master a range-bound system, how do you know which one to trade? How do you know what kind of day it is? How can you look at the chart and look at the overall markets and correlating markets and longer time frames to say, hey, what's really going on in the market? How do I know which one to trade? If all you're looking for is a red-green indicator and this to cross and press enter, that's not enough. You know what I mean? You've got to take the time to understand that. And another thing, some other mistakes people make is not knowing when to stop for the day. And I don't mean just when to stop when you are up in profit for the day, but also when you're down, right? You have to have a set system of, okay, here's what I'm going for today, right? Here's my risk management. I'm not going to risk any more than this amount on each trade. And once I'm up a certain amount for the day, percentage-wise, I'm going to stop. Once I'm down a certain amount, I'm going to stop. Because it's a business, it's a system, it's a strategy. It's not, you're not at a table in Vegas of, oh, I'm down and I'm down, I'm down. Man, I got to keep going to try to make that back. What happens at the end of the day? You gave it all away, right? Just like when you're up, I'm going to keep going, I'm great, man, you give it back. You have to have a system, all right? And you have to be willing to take a loss. You have to know that losses are part of the game, right? And there's going to be losses. You can't get to, the profits without going through losses as well. And in any business that you're in, trading is a business. Any business you're in, you've got money coming in and money going out, right? I don't care if you own a furniture store, a pet store, a car business, any business has expenses. It has money that goes out to create money that comes in. And at the end of the month, you're wanting there to be more money that came in than went out, right? That's how any business works. But you have to wrap your head around that, because you have these losses and it messes with your head of, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want that to happen anymore. But you have to realize that's just part of being in business. That's like saying, hey, I want to go open a little store, but all I ever want is for people to come in and give me money. I never want to pay money out for rent and water and electric and phone and insurance and cable and employees. I want to have merchandise to sell, but I only want people to give me money for that merchandise I'm selling. I don't want to ever have to actually put money out to buy the merchandise. That makes literally no sense, right? Like, it just doesn't work that way. And you have to realize that it's a business and there's money in and money out, okay? So you have to be willing to take losses. You can't stop just because you had a loss. You stop when you reach your set numbers. And you also can't be greedy, right? When you're up in profit and the market has reached your profit target, take your profits or lock your profits in, or move your, mental manual stop up, to protect those profits. Don't just let it go hoping for more and more and more and more, and then, oh, it's coming against me, but I don't want to exit. Oh, it's coming, and now I'm down, right? Don't reward bad behavior. Just because that happened once and you let the market keep going and you made all this money, you think it's going to happen every time. But don't reward that bad behavior, okay? So that's the first step, is, understanding trading in general, understanding there's going to be profits and losses, and then picking your strategy or system. And like I said, don't try to start learning 10 different strategies, and don't jump from one strategy to the other strategy to the other strategy. I've seen people do that. Oh, here's this new strategy. I'm learning it, and I'm watching videos, and I'm looking at the charts, and I'm liking this, and I'm like, ooh, today there was a couple losses on that system. I don't like it. All right, let me go back to YouTube or wherever, and I'm going to watch it. Ooh, and I'm going to try that one. You can't jump from system to system just because it had a bad day or even a bad week, okay? You have to do some back testing on the system. See that the system overall does work, okay? Being profitable in trading and being profitable when you move to live trading is all about experience and confidence. You might not have the experience of trading it live, but you have done enough back testing on a chart, and you have done enough replay, and you've done enough demo trading to know, hey, it'll have its ups, it'll have its downs, but in the end, it ends up profitable. I know this, I'm confident of this, I've seen this, I've experienced it in demo trading, and I have to just keep going with it, okay? And I've seen a lot of people just, oh, I played around with demo with this for a couple of days, and it looks good, I'm gonna move over to live. Okay, but you haven't been through the ups and downs. You haven't used your demo account to make mistakes. That's what it's there for, all right? Use your demo account. It's a lot cheaper place to learn and make mistakes than your live money, right? Okay, so utilize your demo account, make your mistakes, master your system forward and backwards, okay? And be profitable in demo. Okay, I've talked to people who are like, yeah, I practiced in demo and I lost a lot of money, but then I realized what I was doing wrong, and I had a couple profitable days, and then I just went straight to live. Okay, well, maybe you need to have more than a couple profitable days. It's like, oh yeah, I lost like thousands of dollars in demo over the last few months learning my system, but then I had a couple days where I made like, 30, 40 bucks both days in a row, so I think I have all the kinks worked out. Let's go to live money. No, I'm not saying you gotta get to a certain dollar amount. It's not about that, but you're consistently profitable in demo, right? To where you feel like, man, I'm really missing out here, not trading this live because I've got it. I don't second guess. I don't hesitate on my entries. I know the system forward and backwards. I don't second guess the rules. I can look at a chart and know, boom, bam, 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 I enter here, here's the contract, boom. Okay, now I take my profits, I get out. Like, I know it forwards and backwards. I don't have to second guess or go look it up on a cheat sheet. I've got it, okay? And another good thing to do is treat your demo account like you would your live account. Don't go in there just because you want to feel cool or put some cool screenshots somewhere and be like, oh, it's just demo, so I'm going to do like 50 contracts. That way my P&L looks really cool and I made all this money and, oh, I just want to look good, and I'm just going to press the button. Well, there's supposed to be 5 rules to this entry, but only 4 of them happened, so I pressed enter anyway because it's just demo, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's not how you want to use your demo account, okay? Sure, the demo account's there to play with some things and test some things, but once you have nailed down, okay, this is the system I want to learn and master, this is the one I want to use in demo, treat your demo account like your live account. If you wouldn't press that button with your live money, then don't do it in demo. If you're only going to trade 1 contract in live, then only trade 1 in demo, okay? If you're up in profit and it was a live account and you would exit to take that profit, do the same in demo. Okay, I mean, I've even had some people, I've recommended, hey, here's what you need to do. If you're going to open a live account with X amount of money, then call Nadex, have them, lower your demo account, or just go in and, purposely drain your demo account down to that same level. If you're going to start with $1,000 in your Nadex live account, hey, once you feel like you've got your, system down good, and you want to start trading demo like you would trade live, take your demo down to $1,000 and trade it that way. Trade it the same way. Trade the same number of accounts you would, okay? Because the other thing is this. Here is one of the biggest things with trading. People talk about, oh, well, trading's a battle. It's a battle between the bulls and the bears, right? It's a battle between the retailers and the, institutions. And okay, there's truth to all that. But the biggest battle in trading is you. Like, your biggest enemy in trading is you. It's your mentality, it's your psychology, it's your risk management. It's keeping your head straight. It's following a system, not just a trading system, but a risk management system. And people think, oh, no big deal. Well, I'll tell you, even if you follow everything I've already told you to do, and you practice in demo, and you have the same amount in demo, and you're mastering it, and you're consistently profitable in demo, you don't second guess your entries, you got it, boom, boom, boom. That day you switch over to live trading and you go to press that button, it's going to mess with your head. Because even though you have all the information and the system down, it's a game changer for your mentality to know, now this is my real money. Now this is live. Now my finger's ready, but man, what if this one is a loss? Like, what if my first one's a loss? And I don't want that. I'm second guessing pressing the button. By then the market's already moved and you missed the trade. Or you press it late and you got in late. Okay? I've talked to so many people, like, I was so profitable in demo, I was always up, but now I went to live and I'm losing money. Something's different. Something's not working. Somebody's out to get me. Well, it's your head that's out to get you. Because you think, and people are like, oh, I'm trading the same exact way. Are you? Go back and pull your last week of trades. Look at the chart and see, did they follow the rules? Did you enter where you should have entered, or did you delay? Did you take every entry? Or like, well, I was so hesitant on a few entries, I didn't take those 2, and then I decided to take this one, and it happened, Murphy's Law, to be a loser. So then I just think it doesn't work. And then I'm scared, like, to take the next one, and then. And then your mind is just a big mess, right? So I can't guarantee you anything, but I cannot guarantee you that just because you're profitable in demo does not mean you'll be profitable in live. Okay? But I can tell you this, you're not going to be profitable in live if you can't be profitable in demo. Okay? So if you've experienced this where you were doing good in demo, but you're not doing great in live, sit back and ask yourself these questions. What has changed? You know, go back and look. Am I hesitating on entries? Am I getting out too early? Am I not taking every entry? Because, you know, normally something has changed there. Okay? And a lot of times, you know, it's for one, you didn't spend enough time in demo. You didn't really have it mastered in demo. You didn't really fully understand your system. Or for two, you know, you were not trading the same way in live when you switched over. You think you are, but you really aren't when you go back and look at it. So don't rush yourself into live trading. Make sure to take enough time to invest time in yourself, invest in your education, invest in your future, invest in learning to trade, okay? I mean, you know, I talk to people all the time. They're like, I'm into trading because I want to quit my job. I want to make this my new career. I want to work from home. I want to work for myself. You know, it's like, oh, okay, cool. What, you want to quit your job? What is your job? Oh, well, I'm an engineer, or I'm a this, I'm a that. You know, I'm a college educated, I have a degree, and, you know, I've worked for this job for years, and I don't want to. It's like, okay, so you went to school, you went to college for 4 years, or maybe more. You know, you spent tens of thousands, if not more, on your college education. You left college with, you know, 5- and 6-figure, you know, student loans. You spent years of your life. But now that you want to make a career change and learn this huge new career path, this huge new, you know, market, you only want to put in like a couple of weeks of watching a few YouTube videos and start pressing buttons with your live money. You're a college educated person. Does that make any sense? I mean, does it really make any sense? Think about how much effort you put in, you know, to these other career paths. You have to do the same thing with trading. I'm not saying you got to take 4 years in demo. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have to invest time. It's not a hobby. It's not gambling. You know, it's a career. It's a business. Don't focus on what can I make the next 12 minutes or even 12 days. But where do you want to be 12 months from now? Because if you rush and you go in unprepared and you're only worried about what you can make in the next 12 minutes or 12 hours, you might not have any account money left to even be here in 12 months, right? Trading's about survivability. It's a marathon. It's long term. It's not a sprint. It's not a race. And don't cut corners. Make sure you invest time in yourself and you learn, you educate yourself. Make sure you're using the live charts and live data feeds and utilize your demo account and all of these tools that are available to you. And, you know, a great quote that I love is the longest distance to a destination is a shortcut, because normally you have to start all over and start from scratch. Okay. And you don't want to do that. You know, have a long-term goal. Make sure you have good risk management and make sure you're not trading with the rent money or your kids' college money, right? You only want to trade with risk capital. That also helps you to take emotion out of it, because you're not trading out of need. You're not trading because you have to or you're required to. Okay. You can trade to trade well. Okay. Like I said, learn one system or strategy and then add on. Okay. And think long term. Don't be married to just one system. Hey, I'm going to make this one system work in every market condition. You can't do that. You need to have multiple plays in your playbook. Like I said, for trending days or range bound days. And you have to be able to learn the market and understand which days to trade those. So again, some of the top reasons traders fail, especially new ones, is impatience. Jumping in to live trading without proper training, without proper understanding of a system without proper time and demo, not putting in the time to educate themselves, or poor risk management, risking way too much, and that will mess with your trading mentality, okay? And you don't want to jump into live trading too soon. You want to make sure that you have all these things worked out in demo properly and that you're mentally prepared to be consistent with your system when you move to live. And don't try to cherry pick those trades. If you take every single trade in demo and it's profitable for you, and then you only cherry pick a few trades in live and you wonder why it doesn't work at the end of the day, you have to remember, people say, oh, I have this system and it's profitable 80% of the time. Okay, well, that's not just 8 out of 10, that's 80 out of 100, right? And that means that you had to take 100 trades to get 80 of them to be profitable, okay? But if you're only taking, part of the trades, what percentage of probability there is it that you're getting the 80 or the 20? Like, the numbers don't work. You can't talk about how great your system is or numbers if you don't work the numbers, okay? So be consistent, follow your systems, don't cherry pick, and don't monitor too many instruments. Don't say, oh, I'm gonna go get, 20 monitors and monitor 20 different markets and try to jump back and forth. Not only focus in on your systems and master those, but pick out a few markets that you can always watch, always learn, understand them, how they work, monitor news that will affect those markets. Really master a few markets as well, okay? And mix it up a little bit. You don't necessarily have to watch 6 stock indexes, especially when those stock indexes normally move, in correlation, okay? Or what if none of them are moving that day, but you might have forex that's moving a lot, or commodities are moving a lot. Maybe pick a couple of forex pairs and a couple of commodity pairs and a couple of stock indices. That way you're watching a little bit of everything. And when one thing's not moving, maybe another one is, okay? Also, another big mistake is not having social interaction, whether that's in a trading group or an education group, or don't trade on an island, meaning don't trade by yourself. Be there to interact socially, ask for help. You don't know what you don't know until someone else tells you, right? Be somewhere to ask questions where there's people going through some of the same things you are going through as well. And just because you had a bad day or a bad week in the markets, that doesn't mean you scratch everything and go to a new system, okay? Or you have to find a different chart and add 10 different indicators on it. You go back, you look over your trades, have a trade journal, find out what you did right, what you did wrong. Did you follow your system? Did you not? Oftentimes you'll realize you didn't follow it, or you didn't follow your risk management. You went with your gut feelings. Sometimes you might find, hey, I did do everything right. It was just an off week in the markets. I've seen this before. I saw this when I back tested. I saw this when I demo tested. But I just need to do what the chart's telling me to do, and I need to just be consistent and follow through with it, because I know that from my past experience, it'll all work out in the end, okay? Now, that doesn't mean I'm never trying to improve or look at other things and add on, but I'm not jumping between systems, okay? I'm learning to read the markets and understand why the markets, might have hit my system a little bit this week. I know when I'm keeping my risk management, so I know when to stop and when not to stop, and I'm not going to reward bad behavior, okay? So guys, just like I said, just some very kind of basic do's and don'ts there, and just some tips and tricks there as far as how to utilize your demo account, how not to, when and when not to move to live trading, and just some of the top mistakes that I've seen over the years as I've worked with thousands of traders that hopefully can help you not make some of those same mistakes or fall into some of those traps, okay? So make sure to not rush yourself, take the time you need in demo, and then, move on over to live, okay? Let's see here. Katrina asked a question or two. Let me just pull up the demo account. Katrina says the demo accounts do not give an option to take profit. Yeah, Katrina, if you, let me just show you real quick here. Again, guys, this is not by any means a trade recommendation or trading advice. I'm just literally trying to visualize for you here how to do that, okay? Let's see here. So Katrina, let's just say, for example, that for whatever reason we had bought this right here, okay? And again, this is just an example. So let's say that we had bought this contract right here. So it's in our open positions here, right? Katrina, you see that? See, it says +1, we bought it, average price of 53. So we bought it for $53, okay? Well, what contract did we buy? We bought this 25,289, and that's that one up here, right? 25,289. So if we look at that contract, we see we can buy the contract for 47 right now. We can sell it for 40 right now, right? So notice here, Katrina, see here, so if we bought and we want to take profit, we have to sell it, right? We bought it, we want it to go up in value, then we want to sell it. So what is the value of this contract right now? What can we sell this contract at right now? Well, notice the 289 contract is about 41, 42. See right here, see where it says current market 42? And see right here, notice that's the same number. This current market number is whatever the current market of that contract is. So let's look down here at our open position. I bought it, see it says +1. If I sold it, it would say -1, right? So yes, there is a loss, Katrina, because I didn't, like, I just randomly picked something here to show you this example, okay? But how is that figured? Well, I bought it for 53. Right now, I can sell it for 42. And that's a difference of 11 bucks, right? So right now, it's at a loss of 11 or 9, 8, right? Okay. So that's how this profit and loss number is figured, okay? Now, if I bought it for 53, and let's say that I want to take profit if it reaches, let's say, $80, right, Katrina? Well, it's in my open position, so all I got to do is click it, and it automatically pulls up a ticket marked sell, right? Because I bought the contract, so if I'm clicking it, the only thing I can do is sell it. So it automatically is marked sell, right? And right here it says market order. Well, I don't want to sell right now at the current market, right? Because that would give me a loss. What I want to do is say a limit order. And if I bought it for 53, let's say I want to sell it when it gets to 80 bucks, right? Then I hit place order. Now, where's that order at? Is it in my open position? Did it execute that order? No, it's a working limit order, okay? Because I'm saying, hey, I want to sell it, but at a limit, meaning I don't want to sell it until it gets up to 80 bucks. Right now, it's only at 45. So that's how I can take my profit, okay? I can set a take profit order and just let it sit there, okay? And you see how that works? It's a limit order sitting and working. And when the market, when the sell side gets up to 80, then boom, execute, okay? Now, let me just delete this. I can go in and I can amend this order. See, like, let's say I want to change it to, let me get out earlier at like 70 a profit. So amend it, okay? Well, now it's at 70. See that? If I say, I don't want to put a take profit, I want to hold it longer or whatever, I just delete it, okay? When you delete, does it take your money? I'm not sure what you mean by when you delete it, does it take your money? That's just an order out there saying, hey, execute this order if the market gets there, okay? If I delete that, then the order was never placed and the potential order's not out there. Does that make sense? Okay, So right now, open order. So that's what I just showed you was if I wanted to set a take profit order for later. But let's say that this profit and loss was further down. Okay, Katrina? So, and I'm like, oh, well, I bought for 53, so my risk is 53. And let's say that it was going against me and it was like a $25 loss right now. Well, if I hold it all the way to the end and it's a loss, I lose the whole 53, right? Katrina, right? So, but let's say it said I was down like 25, or even right now it's like 5. Okay, I don't want to take any more of a loss. So I'm just going to open this and say, get me out now at the market. Okay, and boom, it's out. Okay, so yes, notice when I pressed that, it was about like a $5 loss, right? So then yes, I would have lost $5. So yes, when I bought it for 53, they held $53 out of my account. Okay, when I got out of it, well, I got that 53 back, but minus what I was down. Okay, that makes sense? So I can get out early, whether it's for profit or for loss. So I can get out early whether it's going in my favor or it's going against me. Okay, and I can get out instantly like you just saw, or I can set a working order to take profit later on. Okay, but that's how you get in. That's how you get out. Whether it's for profit or for loss, you just open the position and exit. Or if you want to set a take profit order, it'll go into working order here. Again, another good reason to have a demo account and play with it to make sure you fully understand how that works, right? Before your live money. Okay? Does that answer your question there? Does that help? Okay, but that's all you do. If you have an order, you know, if you have an order that's in there, it's right there. And if you want to close it and get out right away, you just get out right away. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for your time today. I hope this webinar was helpful for you, especially for those of you that are new and considering, you know, switching over to live trading soon. Okay. Of some do's and don'ts there. Okay. Katrina, are the quotes live as in the real account? Is there any way to put it still? Okay, Katrina, the quotes for live and demo are very similar. All right. Let's they can be a little bit different when the markets are moving a little faster. Okay, but they're very, 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 very close. Okay. Let's see here. Michelle, is there a way to place a stop order in case it gets too low and gets you out, or can you only Michelle, to do it, the way you'd want to manage that, okay, is let's see here. So let's say that, yeah, you can place a working order here for your take profit. You cannot place a working order for your stop. Here's why, because it's a limit order on the platform, okay?